Why, hello everyone, we're back. Wow, it was a short break, magical short break. Nobody really needed to go for that long. So, we're back and we're going to find out what all this means, fortune rolls and all the fantastic stuff.
So I guess my major question coming into this is where do you want it delivered? Like just spatially,
Um,
conceptually.
I actually, if I can work it, I want it delivered directly to the crows. Because if it's not delivered to us, then there's no trace back to us.
All right.
So if we say like Garvin's Fishery and Co. or whatever, like the
Yeah, so
You
warehouse.
if it
could
ends up in like a fish house over there and we let our friends know.
that is something you could do, sure. How are you keeping tabs on things? Like how do you
Um,
like obviously you want
so
to make sure the package gets delivered.
yes. The way that we would kind of keep tabs on things is once we get the label switched out or the addresses switched out,
Mm-hmm.
we'll likely get Cricket to follow the delivery
Okay.
for a short bit.
Yeah, I
And
could
And
probably do that.
once we're convinced that's going to where it needs to go, we'll go and let our supply or our customers, I guess,
mm-hmm.
know that their package will be there shortly. And I don't know about you guys, but what do you guys think about letting them know that's the plan and that this spot will be the pickup zone?
Oh, I think it's
Or
good.
is that
I think it's a good idea to let them know. Certainly,
okay?
if we have some way to do that. But I mean, if not, like it doesn't impact much. Like they're not helping us really.
No, but I'm saying, do we trust them enough?
Well, if you're planning to
Uh,
deliver it directly to them, then yeah. I mean,
Here's my one issue, which
Okay,
is that if we give them like raw goods, we don't get to control the rate at which they are sold, and so
that's
their
kind of what I was
value
thinking.
will
Like
be.
if we give them all to the crows, then we don't get anything.
And the
Uh,
crows can be like, that was only worth 3 coin, even though they sold it for like 9, you
yeah.
know? We can kind of get dicked around. I mean, not that we necessarily need to worry about every thing, I
yeah.
suppose.
Let's worry about whether it makes its way to the crows or not, determining whether we actually get it or not. I feel like that's kind of the important part.
Okay, so we'll leave out for now the drop location.
Yeah, but we're
Actually,
gonna
we
send
can
it
just leave the
somewhere.
crows out of this section of the plan.
I'm sure we know of an empty building somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's
Like
fine. But like is it a
fucking
crow's foot that you're getting it delivered?
like what if we deliver it to the tavern? Rigby's Tavern.
Rigby.
I don't want to
Rigney.
implicate him in this. He's like
He's
one
a
of
friend of ours.
Okay, so we won't implicate him. Fine.
Yeah, I think we'll find. I mean, it would be okay. Here's a hilarious suggestion. We get them to deliver it to the exploded war treasury of the Lamp Blacks. Give that address and have one of us be there to like pick it up.
your poisons can get released in gas format, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can make people fall asleep, right?
sure can.
Excellent.
Violently until they die.
Who's the one of us that's staying to uh, get the goods?
I guess this is going to be a lot of chit chatting. So if you guys want me to do the initial attempt,
Uh,
I
Returning to
don't.
the scene of the crime.
But
I'm
to do a different crime.
I'm probably the most likely to be able to get to this place without getting fucking stabbed by lamp blacks. Um, which is my main concern with delivering it there, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they're still gonna be around, like
Okay, so Cricket is on like
I guess I'm on pickup duty. Yeah.
pickup
Okay.
and getting the package to where we need to get it
Yeah,
to,
so
right?
like
Like, drop it off at a
once you
drop.
guys get it out of the docking area, I will follow it and pick it up.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Um,
Then Us two
Two
will
of us,
go
I
in and try to deal or try to work our way through. And then I guess I'll go help Cricket with delivery, but further back.
Okay,
And
so
you go to the drop zone?
focus on where it's getting delivered to. So I
Yeah.
guess we've got that. So you and Croak are kind of, where are the two of you? What's your part in this? Are you just waiting to hear something, or?
I'm waiting to hear of when their shipment is going to arrive.
Okay.
I kind of want to get there probably an hour before it arrives.
Okay, that's fair. It is. You are getting there, and you get there about an hour beforehand, and you you get there, and all of a sudden uh these three men come up, and they look very despondent. They look like they've just been in a fight.
Okay.
Um, and they're looking at the ruined building, and they're like, "What is this?" Um,
Oh wait, where are we talking here? The lampblack's
Yeah.
place? Are we?
yeah, is that where you wanted it delivered there,
Well,
right?
yeah, but those two
Oh.
still need to change the delivery thing, right? Like they need to figure out how to get the delivery changed to a different location. Because right now it'll be going to the King Claith place, right? So I imagine we got to do that first.
We haven't like
Makes-
swapped any of the packages or anything yet.
Okay, yeah, that's more fair then. That's a good point. So you're at the docks then.
Yeah.
You are getting. You're like trying to put in the initial documentation and everything like that, and it's at this point you notice. You're like in the process of like filling out some paperwork, Rubik's, and
Yeah, because we need to like ship our package.
yeah, um, and there's and someone who comes in to the docks, and you see right away they're dressed kind of like for the area, but the way they carry themselves, they're very out of place here. They kind of have, like a regal bearing to them. This is a man in his 20s. He has kind of close cropped hair, and his face is the left side of his face is actually like painted.
Okay.
With like he's got a hood on, but he's just got like paint on his face that's kind of like shimmering and metallic. And he approaches and he says to the people at the counter, he's like, "I'm here to make sure everything is going well." And the woman at the counter, she says, "Oh yes, yes, Lord Kingclaith. We have the package ready for delivery just now. Your courier here is filling out some paperwork for it," and gestures to you, Rubik's.
Okay.
I
got my my fine cover identity. I'm posing as a courier right now.
Sure, that's fine. While we're thinking about it, load.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you
I'm
guys
gonna go normal?
like light?
Normal, you look like
a thug.
Yeah.
like you're up to something.
Yeah.
So I feel like for this one, we kind of need to go light just so that we can actually like blend in.
Yeah. You gotta
Or at
look
least
like a
that's-
civilian, not like a guy carrying a crossbow on his shoulder.
That being said, our light load gives us 5.
Yeah,
Still.
because the thief's rigging.
Right.
And with load, we don't need to decide right away what we have.
Yeah.
We just spend. It's like we have
You
5 points to spend.
Yeah,
on
you've
things.
got like 5 objects you can pull out of your hammer space of load.
Yeah. Cool.
And italics don't count for your load, remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at this point, the man who was just identified turns to you Rubik's.
Yep.
And smiles and says, "Oh, it's good to know that our business is in good hands." Says, "I'm Andrew Kinclaith. And you are?"
I'm going to try to sway him on this one.
What are you going to
I'm
do?
going to tell him like a complete lie. Like, I'm going to tell him what's on my cover
Yeah, your
identity
false
here.
documents.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, I'm Timothy Juden.
Do you like flash papers or something? Like,
No, like I show him the ID that I have. I got faith in it.
yeah, all right.
And presumably, like, couriers have some kind of, there's like a guild or whatever, so you have the like seal.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
badge or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's an FBI badge, but it's like UPS instead.
The Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Trade certainly have some
Yeah, so you have this like fake endorsement.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Well, Timothy, I appreciate it. If you don't mind, I'll be accompanying you and your workers as you deliver the package.
Absolutely. I mean,
We kind of take a hands-on approach.
very well. I mean, this is what I get paid for, but if you want to come with us and make sure that this is going where you need it to go, then absolutely.
Yeah.
Who am I to say that the customer is wrong?
So how about you give us that sway?
All right.
This is a risky position,
Yeah, no kidding.
and
Fucking,
what do I know about Andrel?
fucking Andrew Kinkley shows up to get his package.
Well, so yeah, he's a little young, so maybe not like
Yeah.
the Lord Kinclaith, but yeah. So Andrel this will be standard. This will be standard.
Standard
Very
effect?
risky standard.
Okay.
Give Andrel something to keep him busy. Have him
No
go
bonus
fetch that.
die. I'm using fine equipment.
Are you using fine equipment?
Yeah, it's a fine cover identity.
Yep.
So that would like level our playing field because they're
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah.
family
Because
with,
actually,
like,
they're
tier?
what should be is like it should be like base standard, but they're higher than you. It's like he's a little more savvy, so
Okay.
you would really have limited effect.
So
but if
it's
you
still what you were told.
if you have
Yeah.
fine paperwork,
Nope,
it's
just
standard.
making sure.
Yep.
All right.
Try and keep
Four.
that.
Four's all right. We're doing better than my threes from last time.
Yeah. What do we got here then? So something goes wrong.
Yeah, he's with us.
something goes even more wrong.
Yeah, he was gonna be with you. Risky. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You have reduced effect. You end up in a desperate position.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's taking an interest in you. So we're gonna start a clock and we're gonna fill 2 dots on it. It's gonna be another 6 count. Let me move us over to there. And it's just Andrew Kinclaith.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to fill in 2 dots. Actually, well, here's Andrew Kinclaith is actually an issue you'll have to deal with. We're going to make him an 8 count. And instead, we're going to call this
Micromanaging.
Micromanaging.
the Young Lord's Interest. And
Setting up clocks.
put some pepperonis on that pizza. Okay. So yeah, you're he looks down at the paperwork and he's like, "Is there anything I can do to help you with that?"
Nope, just standard form filling that I have to do here, just to make sure that everything lines up with how they're supposed to be.
Excellent. Well, let me know when the couriers are ready to go, and I will be happy to accompany you. He goes over and tends to some other business right now. What do you do?
Well, besides having
Croak, where? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Croak, where are you?
Yeah,
Okay,
what are
so-
you doing?
Is this like a foot courier,
Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, I mean, it's gonna be transported by
or
like
is
a
it on like
wagon.
a
It's gonna be
stagecoach?
yeah, it's gonna be like a stagecoach wagon kind of deal.
Okay, well, I'm up ahead,
Mhm.
setting up an accident for the stagecoach so that we can switch the packages.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of taking my slumber essence and like dragging out the other courier that I don't want to deal with right now.
Who's like in the wagon?
But an accident on top of that would work really well.
So
Yeah,
what
this
is
just like
this?
extra cover for us making the switch.
Sure. What is this accident that you're setting up?
So I
Just
think
generally.
it's gonna involve something blowing up, probably.
I
Sure.
think we should totally
trick.
set it up to be the lamp blacks. That looks like they did it.
Let's
I
see
don't know.
what I can do.
That seems convoluted. Just blow something up and
What?
get us this package.
Okay, so it is my understanding from having read some of the fluff of the game
Mhm.
that there are these like electroplasmic gates, like security gates between different districts.
Yes. Yeah, that would. So.
And so I have this device which, when we pass through the security gate, is going to cause like an overload. It's going to
Oh,
like make
Nice.
this whole fucking like thing light up, and like spark and whatever else.
just
Generally create a bunch of chaos.
Just by the by, I'm sort of like following along while this is going on. Like I'm outside the dock area right now, but I imagine I'm sort of, or I guess I'm on the receiving point.
I feel like you're gonna shadow us.
Yeah, I was
part of
gonna,
it, and that you're probably gonna help with this. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like as soon
accident
as this
that's
goes
happening.
on, I'm there to assist if necessary. Like, but I'm mostly just gonna stay back as far as I can.
Yeah, like you're there for when things go wrong.
Right, keep an eye on stuff, you know, and
As they invariably will. So,
shadow the cart. Exactly.
so I'm on the like stagecoach,
Mhm.
and I'm just like inside of it, setting up this thing because it's just gonna be like, as we pass through the like electroplasmic gate, it's just gonna fucking go off and like electrify everything.
Okay. And you're using this as one of the gadgets that you have, or
Mhm.
okay. Why don't you give me a finesse roll to
To like
put
covertly
it,
install it.
install the carriage?
I'm going to say that this is part of my this is
Foresight.
part of my planning and my foresight of things that are critical that need to happen.
Yeah.
Cool. So that
So I'm going to give him an
Sure.
extra die on that.
I'll give you a devil's bargain if the device is unstable and dangerous.
it's totally unstable. And then just risky standard.
In this case, it's just a stagecoach. Yeah, so it's we're not going to worry about the tier in this case because it's just a regular like dock worker stagecoach.
So then can I have great effect because I'm using my fine tinkering tools?
Yeah, let's do that. It's a risky roll. You're out
Risky,
here.
great effect. 2 bonus dice because I've got 1 for the devil's bargain and 1 for
Yeah, for foresight. Yeah.
Yeah,
spider. All right. I get a 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you successfully install this device somewhere in like the inner lining of the carriage, or
And so we've got the like previous driver is like unconscious in the stagecoach.
Mhm.
Is this
Oh,
my
nice.
understanding?
Oh, I was thinking of like tying him to the underneath of it. Like
Who knocked out that? The driver.
Yeah, so we'll have to flash back to that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Totally.
we'll flash back to that.
You sure you
Sure.
don't want my help knocking people out? I'm real good at it.
Cricket, are you doing the knocking out? We can do
that's a
that.
cricket
Yeah,
thing.
I can totally knock him out.
That's a prowl to sneak up on the driver and be like, "Shh."
While he's in the back of the cart, you know, like checking the boxes on his little clipboard.
And this is
or
probably like early in the morning.
yeah,
Right?
exactly, or whatever. I sneak up behind him and give him the old blackjack over the head.
Sure. Do you have anything
Maneuver.
that affects the situation otherwise? Because it sounds like risky standard.
Let me take a look. I'm not sure that I do. No, I have nothing else that would affect it necessarily.
I'll give you a devil's bargain if someone unrelated to this notices.
Someone unrelated to this notices.
Yeah.
How unrelated?
That sounds
So
very.
is that like
What-
heat or
Yeah. Well, in this case, we'll say if you take the devil's bargain, it turns out like Belle's been following and has noticed you doing this,
The kid? All right.
and we'll advance the kid's clock.
Yeah,
that
all right.
darn kid?
All right, done. I'll 100%
Okay.
take that devil's bargain. So risky standard with 1 bonus die. Bam!
I'm glad that there's that 1-6.
Yeah.
Yes, two.
So I knock this guy out and I stash him in the back of his own wagon kind of thing.
Yeah, it's this poor old man that he's
Yeah, it's
been working on the docks all my life.
this
And he's
old
like
post.
whistling a
He like
tune.
shows up for work in the morning and gets knocked out. Yeah, it's bad.
I just like
Um,
swoop up behind him and give him the like hand over mouth smack on the top of the head.
Sure.
And so this guy is in the stagecoach.
Yeah, he's
while
in the
I'm
stagecoach. Yeah.
I think that's going to be one stress to go ahead and do that, though, as a flashback. So,
All right, sure.
Yeah, like, and probably I'm like, as I'm finishing up, he like groans and like shifts, and he's definitely gonna die. Thing goes off with him in the stagecoach. Like, it's gonna be bad.
and do you want to move him somewhere else?
So I'm gonna try to move him somewhere else because I just like it. I don't want this to be that messy and like kill people. It'd be
Okay.
bad.
Oh,
There's
man.
well, it's later in the day now, so there's a lot of people around.
It's like busy out there. Yeah.
It's pretty busy, and that's so we'll say this is what's a good action for this?
just like Weekend at Bernie's him like it's all
I'm
right,
not
man.
gonna lie, my initial plan was to go into the back and kill him.
Yeah, I'm trying to head that off.
I'm gonna go back there and just be like, he's gone. Everything has
think
gone
this is
wrong.
Also, finesse, employ subtle misdirection, sleight of hand, handle a vehicle or mount. No.
I mean, it could be prowl if I'm trying to like hide him somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's better. About unseen and traverse obstacles, climb, swim, run, jump, and tumble, ambush with close fire. Yeah, let's go with prowl. And you're in a desperate position with standard effect. If you would like to do this.
Yeah. I've got 1 die in prowl.
Oh,
We've got any devil's bargains for me?
oh gosh. I don't know.
I mean, does anyone?
Anyone have it? Yeah, anybody can offer devil's bargain. I don't have to be the sole source of it.
Yeah.
My devil's bargain for this would be like if you're taking time to stash this guy, maybe you're not around when this thing starts moving.
So your devil's bargain would be that you successfully hide the body, but yeah,
But I missed the coach.
you missed the coach. Yeah, so you have to find
Okay,
another
yeah,
way.
I like that a lot. That's
Yay!
I'm totally taking that. And I'm trying to see if I have like an alchemical that I could just use to like wake him up or something, but I don't think I do. So,
You could
Yeah.
also just like, I mean, if as like another method, you could wake him up and like just try and convince him that.
it's not gonna go well.
No.
Yeah,
I like this other plan better.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so it's desperate,
Standard.
standard,
Yeah.
1 bonus die. I need to get a 6. Oh god. Okay.
Oh!
Oh.
About as badly as it can.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like, so yeah, I'm not big enough probably to like move this guy very well on my own either. So I'm
turns out like he's been down on the docks for a while. He's old, but he's muscular and
He's a tough
yeah, like
guy.
he lifts things for a living. Like he's probably a pretty heavy set individual. Certainly
Oh,
more so than
boy.
me.
Desperate. It's the worst outcome. You suffer severe harm. A serious complication occurs. You lose this opportunity for action. He wakes up in the middle of it, and
So like where exactly am I when he wakes up?
you're so you basically where are you trying to put him? Like behind some crates or something, or just like
Yeah, and like
a small room
I
somewhere?
put a little like flask in his hand so it looks like he just, was like drinking. Like, I'm trying to just like pass this off like he went somewhere to get some relief and just fell asleep.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is you're going to lose this opportunity. Obviously, you can't hide the courier at this point. A serious complication is going to occur. He basically wakes up and he's like, "What are you doing? Who are you?" And
So
he just immediately he sees your Taikarosi and just assumes the worst.
and just like freaks out. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
freaks
Well,
out.
I want to resist this.
Sure, because he's going to start calling for like the blue coats.
Resist.
And so yeah, as soon as he starts waking up, I just like splat in his face because I'm like carrying him. I'm right like probably I've got him like I'm like setting him down somewhere. So
yeah.
I finally managed to like drag him through the yard and just like plop him down next to some crates. And
Okay.
yeah, as soon as he starts waking up, I'm just like, block.
So that's a prowess resist.
Drown powder.
Okay, resisting with prowess. I get a 3, so I take 3 stress.
3 stress.
You take 3 stress, and what's going to happen is you're going to eat 2 heat because the guards are going to basically it's going to be
The blue coats are coming. Yeah.
Well, he calls out, and some people notice, but it's just like, well, it's the docks, Shit.
Yeah.
But people have heard, so
Okay.
I'm gonna.
And then he has the feeling of drowning.
And yeah, so he's like, oh, and you manage to basically subdue him at that point, I guess. Or
Yeah,
no,
and I
what
just
do
kinda
you do?
stress
You
just-
resisted him calling for the guard, so
I'm sorry?
you've resisted him calling for the guard, but he's still like choking out. So what are you going to do with him while he's doing that?
Yeah, so it just like placates him, and then I'll just like kind of haul him so his arm is over my shoulders, and I'm just like, helping him out like he's not feeling well or something. And move him to like
Like an alley.
yeah, like behind a building or something, like like I have to take him like away from the like little shipping yard and
Okay.
either put him in like like in like a outhouse or something.
Yeah, you stash him somewhere. He's like choking out, and you're just like, okay,
I like slump
well,
him somewhere where people go to like be unconscious and wet themselves.
But I think the
You
key,
gotta go now. That's like,
yeah.
And I'm well late at this point.
Yeah, I think the key thing here is like Croak is not on the wagon, and while this is happening, Rubik's is like bringing the thing to the wagon to go, right?
Yeah, and Kinklade is there with you, so you can't
Yeah.
delay.
yeah. So
You can see the device where I was like described putting it, but the man is not in there, obviously, and you just have the box.
yeah, the carriage door is open at this point. As you arrive, Rubik's, and Andril is looking at the carriage like, this is interesting. What's happening? Where is our driver?
I'm gonna try to play it really cool here for a couple moments, and be like, that is very odd. I'm gonna take a look.
I would like to assist you at this point by walking out from the shadows, having seen Croak like run off.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, by walking out from the shadows and being like, sorry, just, nature calls. And, like, hopping onto the wagon to, like, take the place of driver. I'm not dressed up the part or anything, but it's the driver, like, it's probably scruffy looking, it's fine.
Yeah,
Well, here's what can happen then. You'll need to give me a sway, Rubik's, to talk him down from like his suspicion. You can Cricket choose to take 1 stress to give a bonus die to
1
wounded
stress? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
as an
You
assist.
take a stress. I mean, I take a stress and you get a die.
Okay, and I assume we're in a risky position right now.
You are certainly in a risky position, and this will have limited effect.
Okay. And 1 bonus die from Cricket.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Effect is limited though.
So I'm just like, oh, there you are, Tina. I was a bit worried. I guess you just really had to go. That's why you left the door open, yeah?
I left the door open? Oh, I'm sorry. I slipped my mind. I must have left it unlocked. Please don't, it's fine. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, kind of thing.
Well, I'll cover you on this one, Tina.
yeah, well, Andrel basically agrees to go ahead and get in the cart.
Okay.
And
Please, my lord, come. You don't have to sit in the back. You can sit out in the air. It's better for you than with all the packages. I'm the bomb.
very well, Tina. And he says, he basically does a little bow to you and says, "Please, you can call me Andrel."
Oh, Sebastian.
Andrel, of course. Hello.
And with like this practiced kind of ease, he just like leaps up onto the cart, and sits next to you.
All right.
As we're like walking to get ready to get in, I kind of shoot Cricket a look and just like, where is the Tikarosi?
you just see this. This is the response.
Do you want to try to run back for the cart, or are you good, Croak?
I think I like come back from dealing with this and I'm like sweating bullets, I just like look around and I see the cart like leaving.
Yeah.
Like, going out
You can make a dash for it.
instead of trying to go directly for the cart,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to cut them off. I'm gonna try to like go through side streets and just like get to where they're going before they do.
Sure. That's still going to be, in that case, it'll be a prowl, but I was going to say that would have been a desperate thing to catch the cart, but we'll knock that to risky since you're not like trying to leap onto a moving vehicle.
No, I just want to be at where the bad stuff is going to happen so that I can swoop back in and mess with things.
Yeah, we'll say this is a risky limited as well, because it's going to be some hustle for you.
Yeah, okay. And it's a prowl roll.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because it is a feat of athletics.
I will open the floor to any devil's bargains. As we all know, I do love bargaining with the devil. Anyone have any thoughts?
Yeah, I got a really mean one. Run into some lamp blacks.
That's one. Here's my thought, since you're like pushing yourself here. Level 1 harm winded.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
winded,
as you like sprint back.
which
Yeah.
means that if I don't resist I would then have to roll to resist the harm, even if I succeed, or I just take the harm.
You just take the harm as the devil's bargain, whatever happens.
Okay, and that would mean that I have less effect going forward.
Yeah.
That would, yes.
It's very early in the job.
You could just choose to push yourself, or you could just roll. So you don't have to take the devil's bargain. But
You know what? I need to get there, so I'll take winded. To roll prowl with 2 dice, and it's risky limited.
mm-hmm.
With bonus die.
Rip.
Oof.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you are turning a corner.
And yeah, I'm running my little heart out.
Yeah, you're just running at like a full cut. And it's about that time that you run into you like crash headlong into somebody and you both tumble to the ground. And you look up and you recognize this person, and it's one of the lampblacks who was at the
Oh no!
at the explosion. You don't know their name. It's a like a young woman. She's like, her hair is singed, like she's
Yeah.
back a little bit, but it's like in chunks. She has like burn marks all down her like her right side, and like she just you see her and she looks at you.
Yeah, we
And
just like lock eyes, and I see her recognize me.
yeah. So in the meantime, going back to the cart, Andrel is where are you sitting? Or are you sitting somewhere, Rubik's?
I'm like, because this is a horse-pulled one, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Like,
well, they're
Or
like
goats. They're goats,
they're
actually.
these big
They're
goats.
big, yeah, these
all right, perfect. So I'm kind of like hanging off the side, like
in like
hanging
a
off,
like an action hero way, or like just you're kind of riding your
like
Like
I'm kind
garbage
of
truck kind of way.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a garbage truck, kind of riding
Gotcha.
along.
Yeah, because you're traveling along at an okay pace, but it's not like this is at a gallop or anything. You're just transporting.
Yeah, because you're in the city and there's lots of traffic. And
Yeah, so
And just like making sure no one jumps into our back there and hides themselves without me noticing. End quotes.
yeah. The Andrel looks at you, Cricket,
Yeah.
and you notice that he like keeps glancing over at you, and you see like the paint on his face. It's like face paint. It's like metallic
Yeah.
gold and silver done in these like intricate designs, like as if he just does this in the morning or something. I mean, he's a noble, who knows? And he's sitting there and he's just like, he's like, I know this is a bit of a strange question, but have we met?
Oh shit. I sort of like tug on my scarf a little bit, like
Mhm.
oh fuck. Yeah, and I smile and I look over at him,
Mhm.
and say, no, if I've never had any means to meet someone as noble as yourself, as highly placed in society. I'm just a post delivery employee.
And he looks at you and he just says, "You're not just anything." He says, I like to come down here to the docks because this is where the city's happening. He says, it's unfortunate that things are the way they are, but there's no need to be down on yourself.
Okay, once I feel like he's bought into the lie, which
Yeah.
it seems he has, I pull my hood down, to sort of like show my black hair and like my features are a little more visible, obviously. And I give him my best like coy look,
Sure.
like sort of, under my eyebrows, if you know what I mean, and say like, well, I mean, if you want to see where the city's happening a little more, we can talk later.
All right, give me a sway. This is risky great.
Okay. Devil's Bargains, anyone? Because I could use die.
Too hard.
Believes me a little bit too hard.
Or mishears your intentions.
I don't know. I need another die. Like I've only got one, so.
Let me see. What's good?
Devil's Bargains.
Yeah, I mean maybe
Like he thinks that you're trying to be an escort right now.
Or yeah, maybe he just falls in love with you. Maybe he's
Yeah,
like,
the devil's bargain is he's now in love with me.
yes, and that could complicate things down the road.
He really likes the Arubian girls.
I don't know. Maybe that's not the right one. Gosh.
I don't know. I'll take that devil's bargain.
Yeah, I think that's what we got. I
I'll
think
take
that's what we
that.
got.
I'll take that devil's bargain for sure. All right, Sway, risky, and you said great.
Yeah.
So risky, great. Bonus die 1, 5.
Okay. Complication occurs. First of all, you have great effect. So we're going to fill 3 on his clock for dealing with him.
Andrel Kinklaith. Side note, have I met this person before?
It is possible that you have met.
Maybe years and years ago.
Yeah, years and years ago when you were both very well. I mean, you're like what? How old's your character?
Like 19.
Now? Yeah, so maybe he was like a little bit older than you. He's maybe like 24, and so he was probably around.
I would be less recognizable over that course of time, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, well, he's just kind of at a loss for words right now. He's just like, oh, very well, let us.
So 5, what's the result for 5? Because I feel like 5 isn't like I do it, so there's something that's gonna.
5 is you succeed, but there's a complication, and so the complication is that I'm filling some dots on his.
Okay, so that's the complication.
Like his suspicion. Like obviously at this point he's taken with you, but he's also kind of like, huh, this is
Unprofessional.
I keep talking while muted. It's like he's falling in love with you, but that means that he's paying a lot of attention to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try and sort of like seize that initiative, and say like, the faster I get done here, the quicker we could meet up later, is all I'm saying.
And that's why you also fill 3 on his clock for like dealing with him as an obstacle. So because he's like, okay, let's get to this.
Okay.
Let's focus on my package.
Yeah. So I guess we're coming up on that gate, like the security gate or whatever, where the bomb is going to react with the electroplasmic security gate and fuck everything up.
You are, but right now, the lamp black woman is going for her blade. What are you doing, Croak?
So I just in a panic, I reach into my coat and just grab the first vial of alchemicals that I have on my hand finds on my bandolier, because it's hidden in my coat, and I just throw it in her face, just like.
Okay, this is you're pretty close, so this would be a skirmish.
Great. I'm real terrible at that.
Or I mean, if you got something else you think you could rather. I mean, because you kind of get to decide what action you're going to do. We just have to kind of figure out fictionally what it looks like.
I feel like maybe I don't throw it at her. I'm just going to throw it on the ground. And it's a smoke bomb. It's just like this vial of a substance that just immediately produces a shitload of thick, cloying smoke.
Okay.
And I'm actually just going to try to run away.
Okay, that's fair. If you want to, you want to do that. You want to toss and you want to run away with a prowl.
Yeah. I just want to at this point, I'm no longer worried about catching up with the cart, and just I just need to not get murdered. Yeah.
Yeah, you will need to.
People,
I think with alchemicals, you have to resist their effects.
Yeah, so it has a side effect. Which for the smoke vial, let me see. Find the right page on this PDF.
Something we have to keep considering is it is up to the person who is choosing the action what they do, and so forth.
So if you say something and you don't say a specific action with it, I'll at least propose.
Oh yeah, of course,
positing
things for sure. But I'm just thinking we need to keep that in mind. as it is counter to many game systems that we.
Is it an oil? No, it's not an oil. It's a smoke bomb. Collateral damage and or heat creates a cloud of acrid smoke.
Yeah, I mean, this is like super obvious. This is a smoke bomb going off in a, dense urban area.
Yeah, so you just need to give me a resist roll real quick for to resist the heat, because like people will take notice of you dropping a smoke bomb in the middle.
Yeah, what do I roll that with?
You roll that as a normal. How are you going to resist? You use one of your resistance stats, but
Yeah, like
what do we do?
there's no playing this off as being like not what it is. It's more that I just want to get away so quickly that no one can associate it with me.
Yeah, that sounds like prowess, because you're in the middle of prowling anyway. So make that resistance roll first, and then we'll do a prowl roll.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you you have like lightning reflexes, and you're just so give me a risky standard prowl.
Except
Prowl,
that
but I'm winded,
so it'll be limited.
Still limited, yeah.
I'm gonna. I guess I should push myself so I can get away.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
To increase my effect, because otherwise it's like I can't really.
Yeah, you're gonna be slow, right? Like
Yeah, so you take 2 stress to increase your effect to standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
let's do that.
GTFO.
Yeah, unless I have any like relevant tools for this, which I don't really feel like I do. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Get away. Jesus.
Yeah, let's see. So that's risky. You suffer harm. She pulls out a knife as you're running and basically puts it in your back.
Yeah, she like
throws it at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like hurls it at you. So you could choose to resist that if you wish, but that is a thing that
so that's level 2 harm.
It's a level 2 harm. Stabbed.
Stabbed in the back.
Yeah, knife in the back.
Jeez, this is all because you're soft.
All because I'm soft. I mean, if I resist it, I'm gonna end up taking trauma.
Okay, so you're just gonna take
that's bad.
2
Yeah.
harm, yeah.
So I'm just gonna take the harm. So she just I assume like clears out of the smoke and then is like looking around and spots me at the end of the alley because I can't really run because I'm winded.
Just whips that knife.
But I still get away.
I think right.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
one
level 2. Yeah, let's. You're gonna take heat though, but yeah, I'll give you heat and you can get away.
Great.
So.
I think you're out of commission here, Croak.
No, I'm not out of commission until I take all my stress. So I'm gonna make my way to that gate.
Okay.
I pull the knife out of my. Oh, actually, you know what?
What?
You know what?
What do I
I was
know?
wearing armor.
Hey.
Oh,
Nice.
One of my load
Yeah.
is armor. What can armor do for me in
You
terms
get to ignore that harm. I believe is.
and it depletes my armor?
Is it ignore the
Yes.
harm or reduce it to a harm level 1?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. I had not expected that.
Yeah, you can just be like, yeah, of course I was wearing my armor.
that's what I love about this game.
Oh, it lets you resist it without taking stress. So in this case, yeah, I think you also take the level 1. Instead, you take the level 1 harm rattled.
Rattled?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
cool.
you almost took a knife in the back.
Yeah, and it's not like full body armor. It's just this knife vest. It's just to prevent me from getting shivved in an alley. So
Mhm.
yeah, if she'd hit me somewhere else, it actually would have been way worse. But because it was in the back, it's just twang into the.
Yeah. So you're out of breath and you're a little afraid.
Oh, I'm very afraid. And so yeah, I just I get around that corner and I'm panicked, one hand against the wall, and I just haul this knife out of my armor, chuck it to the cobbles, and then keep making my way to the gate.
Sure.
Damn.
Rubik's, you're coming up on the gate. What are you doing to get prepared?
I haven't seen our Taikarosi friend And
Yeah,
is the
what's
bomb ready this time?
Is the bomb ready this time?
maybe
Good
they went to the
question.
lamp blacks. Maybe they can't be trusted.
So yeah, are you gonna like check on the bomb, basically? Are you gonna
Yeah.
tamper
Yeah,
with
I
it?
am actually.
No.
So
So I'm going to like try to quiet because what's his face is distracted, making bug eyes with Cricket here.
I'm in the front
Yeah.
making big brown doe eyes at
Yeah.
So you're
Andrel.
going to be this sounds like if you're going to try and like stealthily do this, like what do you want to do with the bomb? You just want to like peek poke.
I'm going to look and make sure it all looks like it's in one piece.
Sure, it sounds like prowl to me.
Yeah, it's going to be proud to make sure that I'm doing it without dipping my hand here.
Yeah. So risky standard. He's Andrel is kind of
Okay.
his attention is drawn for now.
Woo! Oh, it is my night tonight.
You check in, and there is, in fact, the device is in there, and it appears to be, as far as you know, armed. So,
Okay, and I'll quietly go back and just pretend that I was standing there all along. Besides that, I need to get this guy off the coach,
off the carriage.
off the carriage.
Well, the
before
accident
too
will
long.
help with that.
Yeah, the accident
Oh,
will
I know.
certainly do that.
So I'm kind of looking for these towers. How close are they to the road, or are these gates?
Um,
Well, it's like I'm imagining this is like at the bridge, right? There would be like
yeah, you're coming up to the bridge, and you're going to be passing through these electroplasm gates.
Is there water underneath this
Oh,
Bridge?
Yeah, no, there's definitely
a canal or whatever.
inky black water in the canal connecting the two districts.
Okay.
Yet Duskfall is basically a collection of like island districts that are connected by via bridges.
Cool. I'm gonna wait it out until we go through the gate with the bomb.
Okay, so you're just gonna like
I
hold
have
tight and
faith
steel
that-
yourself.
After I've looked at it and I'm assured that it's going to work,
Yeah.
I'm going to let the plan keep moving forward.
Yeah. At this, sure.
I have a suggestion, which is maybe we've paid off one of the blue coats working the gate
Oh, are the gates?
because they have like people at them as well, right?
Yeah, they would have.
No,
there would
we
be
have
guards.
definitely
Like,
paid off those guards.
So do we want to do a flashback for you to develop an asset?
Actually, I'm not even going to develop an asset. I'm going to.
well, acquiring an asset's a downtime
I
action.
guess it's only in downtime that we can do that.
Yeah, but what you could do is you can go talk to the guards and just be like, "Hey, here's
So
some money. Don't be here."
I'm gonna find one of the guards. This is before the heist. So I go up and I kind of sit beside him at a bar, and I'm gonna blackmail him. Actually,
Okay.
yeah.
What
So
are you
I'm
going to blackmail him with?
Well, I found out through certain channels that this man has been having an affair.
All right.
One affair, but 3 affairs.
Oh God.
Nogs is the name of this guard.
Okay, so I'm gonna like
Nogs is like, so what? So what if it's none of your business.
no, but I'm sure that a man with as much money as you do, surely you don't want to lose half of it, and then your other mistresses to find out about your.
If you're trying to take my money, I'm going to lose it to you anyway. What's it to you?
Oh, I don't want your money. What I want you to do is that there's going to be a parcel coming through the carriage. And it would be greatly appreciated if you, when you look in the back, say that everything's all right. And from there, I'll give you these documents.
Okay. This sounds like a command to me.
Also, when the card explodes,
I didn't say anything about that. Doesn't need to know it explodes.
yeah.
He's on strictly a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, I was thinking this is more of consort because I'm using my connections to figure out all this information.
Connections from your heritage, background, friends, or rivals.
Yeah, so what Catalyst is saying is it's more about having gotten the information than whether or not it works on the...
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna say is your information good? I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Give me a consort. This is you're tagging with the blue coats, so this is gonna be risky.
Yeah, they already don't like me, so.
So fuck them, right?
Great effect, standard effect.
Standard effect, I would say. This is, I mean, yeah, to get information. So.
4.
I mean, still not a 3. We're doing good.
We're doing good.
You can always roll a 4 and then resist. It's fine.
I have an idea for the complication.
What's your idea for the complication?
He wants the physical copies of this blackmail.
So you can't use it a second time?
I can't use it a second time.
I don't know that that's...
Yeah, I don't know that that's severe enough.
My thought was that he just punches you.
Yeah.
And you take level 2 harm broken rib, which it turns out you've been dealing with.
But you were wearing your armor, am I right?
You could resist this, but
I was wearing my fine heavy armor or fine armor.
Were you at the time?
I was, because I'm talking to a blue coat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a good point. Yeah, so mark off armor in your inventory. He basically.
I also marked off fine 1 slot item.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fine armor. It's going to hurt to punch, essentially.
Okay, then in that case, yeah, we won't. You won't take any harm, and he'll just be like, poof, and he just like goes. He gives like a haymaker just into you, and he's like, damn it!
Well,
shit!
Was that worth it?
Fine.
He said,
fine. Just don't let this out.
I like how Rubik's avoids getting punched, immediately goads guard into punching him a second time. Like,
so the guard at the you encounter this grumpy guard at the checkpoint, Cricket, and Andrew's like, "Is there any problem, officer?" And he's like, "No, just doing a standard inspection. Fine.
I'm going to make
everything. He looks at you, and you're just there on the cart,
kind of smiling.
He's like, "Excuse me, sir. Can I take a look at what you're currying?"
Sure. Let me open the back for you. And I hop off the back and walk with him.
I see.
And I pull out the documents that I showed him originally.
Yeah.
And I open the door.
Sure.
And I give him the document so he doesn't actually look inside.
Yeah, I mean, he looks, but he's not paying attention at all. He's just like, he pokes his head in. He's like, just obviously he's killing a moment or 3. And he's like, "All right, looks good. Thank you. Please be on your way."
So I have a problem, and that is my moral quandary with now letting Andrel get exploded.
Sure.
I mean, you're all on the cart, right? It's not gonna like blow up the cart. It's just gonna like cause the gate to go
Okay,
off.
the gate's just gonna do crazy shit.
I'm assuming it's like an EMP essentially. Like it's going to screw with the gate, but it's
gonna
not
cause
gonna
chaos.
Yeah, shit's gonna get messy, but it's not just gonna like blow up the cart with you on it and our good.
Okay, that's good. I'm just making
it's
sure.
It's more to overload the gate than to blow up the cart.
Yeah. All right, so as soon as I've got the all clear, I just the goats through the gate.
Sure.
And what happens when I bring this bomb through this gate?
It's at this point that Croak rolls me a wreck.
Yeah. Okay.
risky standards. No, risky. This is risky. Great.
Okay. Do I get a bonus die for the quality of my gadget that I rolled up?
Is your gadget fine? Or
I mean, I guess it was a normal gadget.
yeah, I mean it's kind of a normal. I think because like it would just increase your quality, and I think you've already like it's in a good position. Nobody's noticed it, or like anyone who has noticed it has looked the other way.
Paid to look the other way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's just risky standard, or risky great rather.
Risky, great. Yeah, you've
No
passed
bonus
several
dice.
hurdles on this, so
Pro reminder that the gadget is risky and unstable, or whatever, dangerous and
Oh.
unstable.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, that can be a thing.
Just
yeah.
throwing that out there.
So as a devil's bargain,
Mhm.
can it be way more effective than I had originally planned? As in, like,
I think
like
it
extremely dangerous?
I think it knocks out one of the. I think it knocks out the barrier.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It like
Oh,
messes with
no!
the protection field in this area.
Yeah,
Well, it's a good.
Totally does that. I'll take that devil's bargain.
you're not there. What does it matter to you?
We gotta make this money. Who cares if the ghosts come in?
Why are you doing this to me?
Hey, don't worry. I got Spirit Bane charm on me.
Me too.
He'll be fine. The rest of us, maybe not. I mean, I'm not even there yet, so
Oh no.
Oh god.
I get a 5.
Okay. So yeah, what happens is like the goat's going through bringing this carriage, and all of a sudden there's just the cart rocks to its side. There's it's not from like a concussive force, but it's just like there's this surge of like electroplasmic energy that comes out of the device as it interacts with one of the like electroplasm towers, and there's like a Tesla coil arc between the cart and the lightning barriers, and so that causes the goat to like panic and just like turns to one side, and the reins snap out of your hands, and you kind of veer into the side of the bridge. At this point, Andrel grabs you, Cricket, and like just kind of does a roll.
Okay, like
off to the
hero
side.
rolls.
Yeah, he has to save you.
But to and in this case, I think you just kind of have to resist. You'll get a bonus die from that, but you just have to resist getting thrown off the cart, basically.
All right, so like prowess.
Yeah, with prowess.
Prowess resist of a bonus die. 6.
6 is fine. Okay, so yeah, you don't take any stress. The Rubik's, what are you doing at this point?
I thought I had gone back on the cart. That's what I initially imagined.
Okay, so
Things look normal.
you have a choice. I mean, I think in this case too, you're just going to get thrown off as well. So you'll need to give me a prowess.
I have a quick question though.
Sure.
How close are we to the edge of the bridge?
You're like up against it now. Like there's, the cart didn't go careening over because it's not like it's like a couple feet high, the side of the bridge.
Am I?
You could easily vault it and leap into the water below, but
am I close enough to Andrel to grab him and throw him into the water?
oh gosh.
Well, you gotta resist being thrown off the cart. First,
Yeah, you gotta.
right?
Yeah, you're close enough. You could do that, but you gotta resist getting thrown off the cart.
Okay, so prowess as well,
Yes.
and no bonus die,
No. Yeah. Because
or
so you take 2 stress, and yeah. Now, if you want to like get to your feet and just like grab him and chuck him over the side, that's certainly a thing you can try to do.
okay.
Because at this point, like total pandemonium is.
Yeah, everyone is like batshit crazy right now, right?
The ghost
Yeah.
field, the electroplasmic ghost field is like flickering, and that's bad.
Yeah, you notice like the towers, like all the towers on the bridge have started like a chain reaction of sparking, and people are screaming and running off of the bridge.
Okay.
And someone's like, "Someone get the spirit wardens!" And Moggs is just like, "Oh my god!" It was like, "Oh, or by the Emperor, by the."
Our act of terrorism.
As he's like, or as everyone's kind of freaking out, I'm not going to try to physically throw him right now.
Sure.
I am going to try to put a vial of slumber essence into his mouth and make him swallow it.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, because he's conscious and aware, so that's gonna
Yeah.
be a skirmish if you want to do that. I think.
I'm all right with that.
Okay. So this is gonna be
Sounds like a desperate.
desperate roll. Yeah, desperate roll with limited effect. Because I mean, he's a
Yeah.
agile type,
Okay.
and he's a tier or two above you. So
And watch the first one. Watch it. 5.
5 on a desperate.
On a desperate, that's still bad.
Yeah, you're going to succeed, but
But you're gonna eat some consequence like shit.
Like getting run through with a sword.
Yeah.
that
I
is
would say
the
that he sees me do it.
No, it's worse than that.
do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm. A serious complication occurs. You what you didn't notice in the pandemonium, you notice now when you go to pour the slumber essence down his throat, and his eyes flare with like this electroplasmic energy as he looks at you, and he reaches up and like grabs you with one hand and just like throws you over into the wall
Oh shit!
with like an almost superhuman strength.
Yay!
So you're going to suffer
I would say broken ribs.
yeah, I think you're going to suffer level 3 harm,
Okay.
crushed ribs. Unless you want to try and resist that.
You do. Level 3 harm is like getting lethal.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to resist.
Okay.
I think I'm wearing fine armor right now.
You've already used your
Or
armor.
used your armor.
Right.
Yeah,
That's fine. All right, let's try to resist
sure.
with
Prowess.
Prowess.
Oh no.
Four
Whoa.
stress. Does that put you out?
4 stress.
We're stressed. Yeah. I am a tick away from being too stressed out.
Okay, so you're 1 off.
I
Yeah.
am, like I have 1 empty tick before
Oh
Tron.
god.
It's fine. You're fine.
It's
I
so
am in a lot of
Cricket,
pain.
you see like as he's passing out, you see this energy just like move through Andrel, and then it just kind of passes on.
Yeah.
Like something just, and he's out. Like he is hold on one second. So you did actually do some stuff here. So you do fill these clocks.
So he protected me as we like sort of fell. And then Rubik's ran over and tried to feed him like a vial, and he just went like, whoa, like, and pushed Rubik's off.
Ducked in.
Yeah, well, like from a meta perspective, basically what happened is with this field being down, something jumped
Yeah,
in
something jumped
and
into him. Yeah.
jumped back out. So
Ghosts.
I have a question with regards to taking level 3 harm and then resisting it. That doesn't mean that Rubik hasn't taken any harm, right? It just means he's downgraded it, or
Did I thought I thought in my head I had said yeah, because what's gonna happen is you would take level 2 harm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like broken ribs instead of
Yeah.
crushed torso.
Yeah, it's like broken ribs at this point. Because yeah, in some cases it can be a total ignoring of it, but in this case you did just get thrown into a stone wall by a possessed man.
Yep.
You're alive though. That's
Yeah.
good.
It's at this point Croak arrives on the scene.
Yeah, I can like hear
So
the
I
results of my work before I get there.
Oh yeah, Cricket, you wait. Yeah, you're what just happened?
so I see Croak coming up, and
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking come over here, you know, like while shit is all happening, there's like probably shit in the air around us that we can't see, you know, and there's like all kinds of crap going on. And I'm like, I yell over to Croak, just get the box, I'll deal with him, you know, and I like shoulder Andril and like head off towards the gate on the other side of the bridge or whatever, like the other district, like where we were headed to.
Yeah, are you just trying to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm like leaving it to those two to get the goods, and just we're ditching the plan of like it arriving anywhere. We're gonna take it and we're gonna leave. You know, like that's
Give me a desperate prowl
okay.
because you're physically lugging this person and trying to get away.
Sure. Any devil's bargains for me, dear players slash hyena?
He wakes up and realizes you're carting him away.
Slumber essence.
I'm trying to get him to.
Oh, slumber essence. Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
drunk. Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense fictionally then.
Yeah.
That is one hell of a liver he has then.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was he didn't just get knocked out, he got drugged. What do I do in this case? I think you're just gonna take like 2 heat. Or take a heat. A heat's fair.
So much heat.
If there's complications, we can.
We're so
you're
hot.
just adding more.
Scene like
You're just booking it.
bugging out from
Yeah.
the scene, carrying a noble.
Do you want to take that?
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right, that puts you up to 5
We
heat.
we have to like get out of here. And I can't afford any stress. So, standard effect. You know.
Yeah, desperate standard.
Okay. Hey, got a 6.
6, good.
So I shoulder him and I like run over to where like there's like a calm alleyway or something, like not too far away, but like into the next district to a point where like I can put him down and like wait for him to wake up.
Yeah. So this fills his clock, which in this circumstance, I'm going to say basically gets you all off in his estimates scot-free.
Yeah.
The question is, what do you do with him?
I'm
That's something we need to come back to.
I'm gonna wait with him
Sure.
until he gets up. So like it's up to these two to finish getting what we need at this point.
Okay.
The psychopath kind of sees the bleeding heart happening and just
Croak.
gets up to the.
It's not a bleeding heart. I'm working on contacts here.
Your handiwork is everywhere. Dear
So
God,
Croak-
it's beautiful.
Croak comes up to the scene, and I'm like, "This is the part where I'm supposed to do something, and I'm late." And so I'm like running over to the cart, like, but I'm gassed out, so I'm like kind of like, limping over. And I'm just like super panicked. So I'm not really like making much of an effort to like hide myself, but I'm running into the like eye of this storm. What does this look like?
So there are people on the bridge who are fleeing. There's crackling electricity from an electroplasm like arcing downward.
Holy fuck.
So there's like this lightning field of like zap 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 over the bridge. The goat has panicked and torn off from the carriage and has run away. The carriage is now like lying on its side, the door splayed open, and it's total pandemonium at this point. There's like a press of bodies coming off this bridge.
Yeah, and so I try to just like wriggle my way between people through the
Sure.
crowd towards the cart or the carriage, and I have like 2 things I need to do. I need to remove my device from inside the carriage
Yes.
or whatever, like the remains of it. I just need to like do a little bit of cleanup.
Mhm.
And then I have the dummy crate that we're replacing the real crate with that's just full of broken fake artifacts.
Okay.
So we're like, oh, everything must have gotten damaged during the shipment or whatever, but then we have the real ones.
So placing the crate is easy enough, like as part of the process.
Just like making the switch.
The real issue is going to be getting to the cart in the chaos, and then once you're there, like getting all the bits of your device up, which I think is going to be like a survey, or because you're trying to find them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to like clean everything up.
Yeah, so it's going to be a risky standard to get through the crowd, and
is this like prowl or?
This is a prowl. I think if you're just trying to move through the bodies.
Usually when it's something like physical, it's a prowl, like movement wise.
Yeah, for like moving around.
When you know where the thing is, you're not like hunting for it or anything like that. So
okay, cool. So risky standard, which for me means risky limited because I'm winded.
Yeah, you're winded. So
and rattled.
Oh no.
Any bargains coming my way?
Oh gosh.
I like the one from chat. You just like drug everybody you pass by because you're like panic secreting.
What does that do though?
I'm like sweating out drown powder.
Oh, please no.
Oh gosh.
Or something to do with a ghost.
Yeah, the ghost is kind of what I'm favoring. It's just like
something tries to possess you on your way through.
I think what
That's
happens.
really severe.
Yeah, no, it is like really severe to get possessed by a ghost. It's like level 3 harm.
Yeah.
Typically, I think there'll be a ghost there when you get there, and you'll see it for a moment and have to avoid panicking.
Okay, so it's like
a resist.
I will definitely have to resist something.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to resist it, seeing a ghost, but that will give you a bonus die.
I've got it. I've got how this all comes together.
Sure.
A ghost like manifests in the crowd, and so people just like book away from it. It creates this gap, and I can go through that.
Ooh.
Right. So it's like quicker to get through the crowd, but I have to go by the ghost and like deal with the ghost.
Yeah, and I think it's not prowess this time. What is it going to be? I think it's
resolve to resist the whole ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to resist with resolve. Oh, but I'm really bad at resisting.
Oh no!
Oh, that would probably give me more trauma, which would be bad.
Oh, no. Well, you don't have to take the devil's bargain.
Okay. I'm just like I'm so fucked up already. You know what? We're just gonna roll it straight up. No bargains, no nothing. I get a 1.
Oh
no! Risky limited.
God, we're just like on such tilt right now. Like we're just like.
Oh.
I got very little left in the tank. So.
Yeah, me too. That's why I booked it.
Let me see.
So maybe that ghost still manifests.
Yeah, maybe that ghost still does manifest. Yeah, I think the ghost manifests in any case, and you just like it passes through you.
Ugh.
And you get a level 2 harm.
Oh no.
And that's going to be
inappropriate ghost.
Like, yeah, what is I think just like chilled.
Ghost touched or
ghost
chilled?
Ghost chilled. Yeah, ghost chilled.
Yeah. So I have this like soul chill.
Yeah, soul chill. That's a good word for it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And the one side is like mental stuff, and the other side is physical stuff, right?
You just fill the boxes.
I just fill the boxes.
You can't fill the boxes. You have to fill the next higher one. So.
Soul chilled.
Oh God. How wrecked are you right now? Pretty wrecked, right?
I've got a bunch of like small time harm.
Okay,
but now
that's not so bad. Yeah.
Don't worry, we have a doctor back at the base now.
Yeah.
For the time being.
I know. Don't worry. I know a corpse thief. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I'm like struggling through the crowd, and I can't really make it there. I get like.
What about Rubik's?
You're being pushed back. So Rubik's, what are you doing?
Well, okay.
Yeah, you like buffeted back because like the minute the
Yeah,
ghost
like-
vanishes, you get dragged off.
I know my ribs are shattered, and I am not feeling entirely pleased right now.
Mhm.
I see Cricket off to the side, and I see Crow doing his best.
They are in a bad place right now.
Yeah,
Croak
they
is.
are.
Yeah, okay. Well, the spider is going to. The spider knows that he has a Spirit Bane charm on him. So, he is going to attempt to do what Croak is tried.
What Croak could not, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like come get the thing from me.
So I'm
and
gonna
then do the
run
switch?
like right by the ghost. That's what I'm doing. In my heaving and huffing.
So you've got
Okay.
-1 die for 2 harm.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Are you commanding the ghost?
I was thinking of straight up a resolve roll to like push myself past the ghost.
It's like resist.
Yeah.
So you just want to run past the ghost to get to.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the ghost. I just want to get
You're
past
just
it.
like, oh god, please don't do anything.
Please don't touch me.
Let me just get my friend here.
Yeah.
I think if you make I think for the time being, since the ghost isn't taking like an active interest in anyone particular, if you have the Spirit Bane charm,
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't fuck with him at all. Like,
yeah,
just-
maybe you're able to run past it, at least in this particular situation.
Yeah.
Without, like worrying about it. You're like,
There are
Right,
plenty
so I'm
of
just gonna
easier
book
targets
right
for the
past it,
ghost,
like-
right?
I know I'm safe right now, so I'm just gonna book past it.
yeah. So give me a prowl roll to get to Cricket
Okay. And
So,
that's
wait, to Croak, you mean?
or to Croak. Yeah, sorry.
It's our bad for
And
having such
control
phonetically
position,
similar.
risky position, desperate.
This is a things are bad. This is a desperate.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Um,
another desperate.
Well, you've been.
Think of all the XP. I think it's
Yeah.
legitimate.
I think yeah,
It's legitimately
Just-
desperate. Like, it is.
yeah. Desperate standard here.
Desperate standard.
Yeah, because you're going with the crowd.
How do I do -1 die?
I just take the last one off the roll. That's what I would do. I don't know
Okay.
that there's
That
an option.
sounds reasonable.
But
Yeah,
it
we'll
takes
just
me to
ignore the.
0. That's the thing.
Well, then you would. Ooh. Can you put -1 in the
No.
extra dice? Oh.
Oh yes, I can.
Oh, you can? Okay.
I'll
Let's.
just take a point out of Prowl for this roll.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Desperate. Standard. Oh god, I'm so scared to hit. Submit.
Just roll two
Uh,
sixes again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so here's the thing.
No.
Rip, the die have been rolled.
Oh. Oh.
Remember to put the point back.
Yeah, I did.
Bricks. So, we're a little late for a break. So I posit that on this horrible,
Great time for a break.
horrible,
Yeah.
fucking horrible situation.
Yeah. Let me reevaluate this chaos for a few minutes.
we posit a break and we take a few minutes. So we'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere.
Why is it that everything starts off so good?
Yeah, we'll see you soon.